witness stand detailing how a perceived affair with a fellow actor led to ex-husband Johnny Depp allegedly assaulting her on a flight. Here to discuss...
Nothing worked. Nothing changed. How mad he was at me and constantly telling me I had done something wrong to deserve what was happening. Until, of course, he takes it too far, hits me too hard, breaks too many things in the house, and then leaves, which was the pattern. And he would leave and not have to deal with the cleanup.
I mean, the whole thing's just awful, isn't it? Here to discuss the high-profile cases, entertainment reporter Sam Rubin. Sam, good morning to you. Give us the latest.
The latest is an unusual day. Amber Heard on the stand and continuing on the stand now, Karl, as we're speaking, for the entire day. And it's just unusual, the reaction. I mean, the details are harrowing. These are details from Amber Heard's side. She talks about Johnny's upset and concern that she was having an affair with James Franco. She made a movie with James Franco that included romantic scenes, but she said there was absolutely no affair, but that Johnny would not believe her and reacted violently on several occasions. And then, I don't want to say repetition, but more and more recounts from Amber about, here's what happened, he got high, he got drunk, and then he did this, or then he did that. And then, well, why did she go back? Because I was hoping he would change. I was thinking he could change. And then I realized once again, he did not change. So it's interesting. At one point, she detailed an encounter, and then some people here monitoring the thing online said that her description, it was almost word for word from the page of a script of The Talented Mr. Ripley. Now, that could be because people who are in abusive relationships have detailed descriptions that are similar to one another. It could be completely happenstance, or is it, some indication that she's reading material and trying to shape her testimony accordingly? I think it is a skeptical public, but I don't know that the jurors will be skeptical. She has cried on the stand. She's,
I think, Sam, you touch on a really, really interesting point. I think for a lot of people this is triggering. I think that people, this is so public. It's so awful. This is why the stuff doesn't get televised from family courts here in Australia. I mean, there's awful detail here. And for a lot of folks out there and watching on, it'll be really difficult viewing.
Absolutely. No, and I think the idea that, quote unquote, it is triggering, again, this was Johnny Depp's idea to have the entire thing televised. That just seems the weirdest decision ever, and, a revenge-based decision. But again, his goal to, quote unquote, clear his name. But what we have heard, and this was shown in court today, a variety of pictures of Johnny Depp effectively on the knob, which his phrase, passed out, seemingly drug-induced periods of unconsciousness. And, whether he struck Amber repeatedly or did not, that kind of photograph, which is not disputed, doesn't do him any good.
See, Sam, I reckon, and look, you and I talk about this a lot, but I reckon he's owned up to all that stuff. It's blah, 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 it's Johnny Depp, and da-da-da. But he wants Amber Heard on the stand and in vision so that people outside in the public can question her testimony, can ask these questions of whether she's acting and blah, blah. And that in itself is so layered with animosity.
Oh, animosity in capital letters. This entire thing is the revenge tour. Remember that phrase when this trial first started? These are two insects in a death spiral.
Yes.
And the dilemma is, when this is over, no matter what the jury rules, if you're a movie producer and you're spending millions of dollars, and they may be very, very good performers, both of them, you're going to think of Amber Heard here in the box. You're not going to think of her as the character. You're not going to think of Johnny Depp immersing himself as Willy Wonka. I feel, because in a weird way, I don't know, I think he was held in sort of higher esteem. It's a bigger fall for Johnny Depp than it is for Amber Heard, but it's a fall for both.
Two insects in a death spiral. You have a way with words, my man. Thank you so much, mate. Really appreciate your expertise. No one better. Thank you. Ali.
That whole chat left me depressed.
I know.
Far out.